Hey guys, so you probably recognize my makeup from the previous video. Um, yeah, I figured I would just film another video right after and just so that I can keep up with my videos. And yeah, so this is going to be a skincare routine. I've had a lot of people sort of ask me what my routine is, what type of skin that I have. So today's video is just going to be all about that. And first off, just to start off, I have oily skin, unfortunately. But actually, I don't mind having oily skin just because I would rather have oily skin than dry skin. Just because that would just be a pain, like flaking all over the place, having to constantly moisturize and all of that. But obviously, I'd rather just have normal, tough skin. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk through a little bit of what products I use on my face, how do I use them, when do I use them, and all of that. I am one day pretty soon gonna do a get unready with me video just so you guys can see actually what I do when I'm removing my makeup and all of that good stuff. But yeah, today's just gonna be a quick talk through, I guess, and showing you all the products that I use. So let's get started. So I use my Target brand Up&up makeup remover wipes. These are just cleansing cloths, makeup remover, helps remove makeup, and purifies, quilted for deep cleansing with triple T antitoxin complex. Yeah, I really like these. I mean, to me, like, let me just say this. To me, there's only so far that a makeup remover wipe can go. Like, you're never gonna find a makeup remover wipe that removes everything and just magically, like, you don't have to do anything after that. Like, to me, I'll honestly buy any makeup wipe. Just as long as they're cheap, it's a good price, and really they're not, like, harsh from my skin. But other than that, I'm not big about like, oh, what's the best makeup cloth to remove your makeup, blah blah blah, because I do other things to remove my makeup, because I know that no makeup remover wipe is going to remove everything off your face. You're going to have to go through over with a cleanser and exfoliator and just really get that excess makeup off your skin. So to me, I mean, these are perfectly fine. They're wet, like they're not like dry, because I know some makeup remover wipes, they come out really dry, but to me, like, even sometimes when they are dry, I just wet them. So like with a bit of water, rinse it out, and I just go ahead and use them all over my face, and to me they work pretty good. So they do actually remove, like, I'd say 90% of my makeup, but of course there's always that residue. So now I'm going to show you what I always do after I use those wipes. I go ahead and use my Simple cleanser. Let me just say I love Simple and their line. They're for sensitive skin, and I have sensitive skin, so I mean, I just love this line. Like, I use this cleanser and another thing from their line as well in my skincare routine. And this is just the Refreshing Facial Wash Gel Kind to Skin. There is one vitamin, it says right here. One vitamin. And yeah, it says it's non-drying, which is good. Pro Vitamin B5 helps restore, soften, and smooth. And I really do feel that way. I mean, it really does, like, when I use this, it removes most of, like, the excess makeup off my skin, and it does make my skin feel really smooth. And I also really like it because I know that I'm not putting a lot of chemicals onto my skin. I'm a really big, like, natural type of girl. I don't use a lot of products. You'll even see by the end of this video, like, wow, she doesn't really use a lot of products on her face, because I don't. I mean, I feel like all I need is a makeup remover, a cleanser, an exfoliator, and and a moisturizer, obviously, and that's pretty much it. I don't use a bunch of different stuff just because I don't like to have unnecessary chemicals on my skin, in my body, anything like that. So yeah, that's my cleanser. And yeah, I'll go ahead into talking about my exfoliator. Let me just say, I've spent a lot of time and money looking for my perfect exfoliator, because I know that there's a lot of exfoliators out there that people say are really good, and I've tried them, but I guess my skin is very sensitive. Like, I tried the St. Ives green tea and apricot scrub, And I loved it at first because I just loved the feeling after, but after about a week or two, also I loved that scrub because it really did remove my blackheads like the green tea one claims to do, so I love that. So if you don't have sensitive skin and you need a good exfoliator, I really recommend that one. But if you do have sensitive or oily skin, I would not recommend using that one because, to be honest, it really made me break out because I think it's too harsh for my skin, especially because I have oily skin. It really stripped my face of a lot of oils. It was just way too harsh. So, yeah, I decided to really research good exfoliators for oily and sensitive skin. And I came across some people suggesting Burt's Bees. And I had heard that, and I obviously knew that Burt's Bees was a really organic company and that they don't use a bunch of chemicals and blah blah blah. But I never thought of using their stuff, I guess. I never really thought of it. And yeah, so I actually came across people recommending the Peach and Willow Bark Deep Pore Scrub, which is natural 100%. It says right here at the bottom. And yeah, so I just really decided to try it out. I believe this is 20 I believe this is $12.99, so it isn't cheap, but it's definitely not expensive. I mean, it's on that middle ground, so it's I guess you could say affordable. Yeah, and I really love this exfoliator. This is the first exfoliator I've ever tried and been happy with, because I've used exfoliators that are too harsh for my skin, and I've used exfoliators that aren't harsh enough. Like, to me, the Simple brand exfoliator is way too gentle. Like, it doesn't even remove anything off my face, it doesn't do anything for my face, it barely even exfoliates it, because the beads are just so fine. But with this one, I really do get like a deep pore scrub, like it says, I really do. But at the same time, it's not too harsh on my skin. So I can put a little bit on my finger just to show you guys like what the beads look in this exfoliator. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a really nice texture. Yeah, so I love this exfoliator. If you do have oily skin and sensitive skin and you've been looking for that perfect exfoliator like I was for a while, then I really do recommend this one. Try it out. Trust me, you'll love it. Next, I'm going to go into my moisturizer. Now, I use two moisturizers, one that's completely natural and another one that's pretty much natural too. So my actual moisturizer is my Simple Sensitive Skin Hydrating Light Moisturizer, Kind to Skin, 2 vitamins, 12-hour moisturization, 2 vitamins, vitamin E, moisturize, helps improve skin condition. Sorry. Pro vitamin B5 helps restore, soften, and smooth. So I really love this moisturizer. Just like the exfoliator, except even more time and money I spent looking for like the perfect moisturizer for my skin. I feel like I've never had a good moisturizer till I found this one, like my whole life. I started off using Aveeno. I used Aveeno for about 2 to 3 years. The only reason I used it for that long was because it was the only moisturizer that didn't make me break out. But it was very greasy on my skin. Like I said, I have oily skin. So the Aveeno, it's really thick. And the thing with thick moisturizers is that's for people who have really dry skin, right? Because they really do need that moisturization. But that's not what I need at all. I just need a light moisturizer that's going to keep my skin refreshed and moisturized, but nothing too thick and nothing too greasy, because my skin would always be greasy. And it honestly got to the point where I stopped using that moisturizer and actually stopped moisturizing my face for a while, just because my skin was really oily. But I was like, okay, no, you know what, you have to go on a mission to find the perfect moisturizer, because I was like not using moisturizer for about, I would say, a month or so, and I was sort of like kicking myself in the butt, like, no, you can't just not use a moisturizer. So my sister was actually using this one, so I went out and I purchased it, and I really love it. It just gives my skin that perfect moisturize without it being too greasy. And yeah, it's really, really, really light. And there's no fragrance to it, no chemicals. It's pretty much natural. So that's what, again, what I love about Simple. Another thing I use on my face and for my dark circles underneath my eyes is coconut oil. This is 100% real coconut oil, natural. Now, the reason why it's in this container, don't mind, is because me and my sister, we share a container actually, because it goes a long way. You don't need very much, and when you do buy it, it comes like in like a big like jar, whatever you want to call it. So you end up not needing that much. So yeah, I just scooped a bit out and kept it in this container. And yeah, I've been using this for about a few months now. It's amazing. Like, the amount of benefits coconut has for your skin is just amazing. I use this as a moisturizer too sometimes. I don't use it before I do my makeup just because obviously it's an oil, and if I'm gonna put my makeup on right away, this takes a bit to dry. Since it is an oil, it's gonna sit on my skin for about 10 minutes before it really dries in, and I mean, I don't want that. I don't want to have oil in my foundation, right? So I definitely don't use it in the morning, but I do use it not every night before I go to bed, but when I do use it, it is before bed. I would say that I use this maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I can't even stress how amazing it has improved my dark circles. At one point I had really bad dark circles because, like I said, I stopped moisturizing for about a month. And I really started noticing just how tired my underneath my eyes looked, and it got really dark because when you're not moisturizing, especially underneath your eyes, because that is such that sensitive and thin skin, it dries out, which is why you do get those really bad bags and dark circles. So that's what happened to me. My under eye was just really dried out. And I was like, okay, what's the best thing for dark circles? And I heard about using coconut oil. So I went out and I got some. I really, really, really regret not showing a before picture because I really, really, really could have shown and proved to everyone just the difference that coconut oil makes in your dark circles. It really does. I can honestly say it improved my dark circles, I'd say about 80%. Like, in about a week or two, my dark circles were instantly, most of the darkness was instantly gone. It's amazing. Like, I can't even stress anymore how amazing it is. So yeah, that's a little secret of mine. You can buy coconut oil. You can buy it online, first of all, but I mean, it's a little bit more expensive just because you have to pay for shipping and all, but you can get it you should be able to at least get it at your local grocery store. I got mine at a grocery store for $2.99, and it's about like this big and this wide, and I mean, a little goes a long way. You put a little bit on and you're good to go. So it lasts pretty long. And the only thing you must look for is you want to make sure that it's natural coconut oil and that you're not getting, basically all you're getting is coconut oil. So you want to just make sure you look at the ingredients and you make sure that the only ingredient listed in that ingredients box is coconut oil. That's how you know it's pure, it's 100%, it's natural, and there's nothing added to it. I also really, really hope that I gave you guys some good little tricks on how to keep your skin healthy and how to remove dark circles. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed watching, and remember to leave any suggestions below on what you want me to do in the future. Bye guys!